So everyone, welcome to another episode of WCW A Done Deal. I am Herd 85. It's been a little while since I've recorded a few episodes, so if there's been a long gap between videos, apologies. But, you know, sometimes it takes a little inspiration to get back on it again. Anyway, let's crack on. We are now in to the month of August. From the last show, I cleared up a few feud enders. To be honest, I had to kind of rewatch my own video to remember what was going on. But we're now going in a new direction, and hopefully it will be a good one. So we're starting things off. Yeah, a bit of a random one here with Sting, Booker T, and the Steiner Warriors defeating Cesaro, Kid Cash, Wyndon, and Orlando. This was because, to be honest, the main eventers there, Sting and Booker, the Steiner Warriors, aren't really involved in a storyline at the moment. So just to get them on the card. Anyway, 71, Booker T picks the win up. Another pre-show match to warm the crowd up. Dustin Rhodes, who is still technically a heel, even though he's been helping out the old guard in the previous storylines. He defeats Shane Helms. Darkness Falls, 74. That's actually a really good rating, so quite happy with that one. Okay, the main show. Sean O'Haire, the world champion, comes out to the ring. He has a microphone, starts talking. Lance Storm interrupts, and then Scott Steiner interrupts. They have an argument, turns physical. Referees, you know, the whole shabam, break them up, and this will confirm a triple threat main event for the world title tonight. Sean O'Haire versus Lance Storm versus Scott Steiner. 100. So you can tell this feud's going to be hot, hot, hot. Luger, carrying his mid-card title, defeats Finlay, Psychosis, and Crowbar. That's right, the aging Lex Luger. You know, he's not going to be putting on quality matches anymore, so the hardcore division probably will suit him a little bit. Planet Jarrett have a promo which they promised to put the roster on notice. Jeff Jarrett, Monty Brown, AMW, Belina helped him through this segment. Well, you got two main eventers here, Jarrett and Brown, and hopefully AMW will fight their way up the card. That's got an 80. Squash match. Mike Awesome defeats Matt Sydal with the Awesome Splash after 1 minute and 47 seconds. 60 rating. Short match. Filthy Animals, Kidman and Mysterio here defeat C.W. Anderson and Chris Candido. Shooting Star Press, 77. CM Punk is backstage arguing with DDP. It gets heated. Bischoff is walking by and books him in a match tonight to settle it one-on-one. 93. Samoa Joe back in action. Defeats Alex Wright with the Muscle Buster. It's only got 59, but you know, it's not Joe's fault. I think he just needs competition. Wrath comes to the ring and announces, despite not having a tag team partner, he's determined to win the tag team championship. This brings out Carino and Canyon, who laugh off the threat. So Wrath wants the tag titles. It's got an 84. Return of Jerry Lynn. Good wrestling, good heat. AJ Styles defeats Jerry Lynn with a Styles Clash after Sable Renee Marrow interferes. This is AJ's 11th defense. Got an 82. So good cruiserweight match there. Curt Hennig bragging about his recent actions to Mike Awesome. However, Awesome is not impressed and walks off. So the last video, Curt Hennig turned again, as he has done in the past, on Ric Flair. Ric Flair is out of action for a little while. 85 this got. Singles match, fantastic heat. Conan defeats the Big Boss Man with a surprise cradle. It's got 76. Hulk Hogan's in the ring when the lights go off. When they return, he is down and hurt. He looks dazed from the assault, and whoever attacked him is nowhere to be found. And this got an 88. Hogan looked excellent. Hogan had the crowd in his hand. Classic Hogan promo. Oh, that didn't click, but hey ho, still got an 81 here for CM Punk defeats DDP with the Anaconda Vice following a distraction from Vampiro. This got an 81, first of his TV title defences. Following the match, Vampiro and Punk set up a table to take DDP to it to go for a double powerbomb, but DDP escapes without going through the table. 94. Punk is definitely a main event level man now. Well, main event. Triple threat match. Sean O'Haire defeats Lance Storm and Scotty Steiner. He defeated Lance Storm with a Widowmaker. This was his 5th title defense and a 92. Following the match though, there's a bit of a brawl between a load of superstars. We've got Sean O'Haire, Lance Storm, Monty Brown, Scott Steiner and Shane Douglas. And to be honest, I just wanted to change up the title picture. I've had a lot of the old guys in there for a while, your Booker T's and Jeff Jarrett's and Hogan. So, you know, this is 6. I mean, I know Shane Douglas has featured in earlier episodes up there when he feuded with Nash and Scott Steiner. I've not really used him as a main event level. So yeah, mixing it up a bit. So for the very first Nitro of August, getting a 92 is a very good, very strong start. And it looks like we did better than Raw. That's always nice. Alright, so we got a 92. WWF Raw got an 83. Kane defeat the Big Show. Stampede Wrestling crownings, new champions, 324 fans. So nothing else newsworthy really. SmackDown got an 88, Kurt Angle and Edge. They got a 98 rated match. Heat, Trish Stratus. Not really seen much else here. So I'll just keep on going until I see something. WCW vs. the World, Virgil Deverett, that's Finn Balor. Who did he face? Who was Finn against? He was in a tag match teaming up with Colt Cabana. Main events were Kaz Hayashi defeat Chris Sabin to retain the X Division Championship. Interview with Rob Van Dam. The more he gets pushed, the more nervous he gets. So Van Dam is actually on my roster, believe it or not. He's just not wrestled yet. He's currently in rehab, man. Sorting out his. Anywho, up next is Thunder. Alright, let's get this one on the go. So pre-show, Battle Royal, a lot of loads of mid-carders in this, but Samoa Joe got the win. Just to get everybody used. Another pre-show match for Stinger, 2 in a week. Good start to his August. Sting and Luger defeat the Enforcers. Sting gets the win, 73. So, freestyle segment with Sean O'Haire. He was booked on Menace. I gave Stacy Keibler entertainment just to see how they. I want them to be like a power couple, so we'll see how they do. Anyway, Sean O'Haire declares that he wants all 6 at the pay-per-view, which is Monty Brown, Scott Steiner, Lance Storm, Buff Bagwell, and Shane Douglas. And our pay-per-view is New Blood Rising. So I'm just going to pre-book this now. Sean O'Haire, Scott Steiner, Monty Brown, Lance Storm, Shane Douglas, and Buff Bagwell. So different approach. You've got to say, if you saw that as your headliner in like 2002, maybe Scott Steiner and Shane Douglas are the main ones you probably would have known back then. So I'm quite happy with the talent I've been pushing. Christopher Daniels defeats Brian Danielson. Lots of Danielson there. The Last Rites, 61, and they didn't click, which is a shame because that could have been a cool match in their primes. They probably met down the line in Ring of Honor. So Lance Storm promo, you know, about the world title scene, 73. Another cruiserweight match, this time Jimmy Yang defeats Psychosis with the Michinoku Driver number 2. Got 64. Curt Hennig is bragging again about his recent actions to Mike Awesome. However, this time Mike Awesome says you better show some respect before someone shuts him up. I guess that means shuts you up. Hennig looks surprised and backs off. I only got 72 this time round. Scotty Steiner in singles action, picking up an IC to win over Barry Windham with the Steiner recliner, 76. Hogan is walking backstage. When he stops, so it feels like someone is watching him. He looks around and doesn't see anyone, so he continues to walk. Seconds later, a shadowy figure emerges from hiding, having been there the whole time, and runs off. 77, so Hogan's being stalked. Another Planet Jarrett promo with Monty Brown declaring he'll be world champ. 84. Tag team action. The team of Rey Mysterio and Billy Kidman defeat the Naturals, 77. Following the match, Conan gets in the ring and basically they declare they want to become tag team champions as well, 82. Another tag match, Dangerous by Design. I left this blank, so I'm very surprised who got the win here. Chavo Guerrero and Shannon Moore defeat Dangerous by Design and Hazen Rhodes when Moore defeated Chad Collar with the Morgasm. Could be a potential tag team then between Chavo and Shannon Moore, 77. Curt Hennig attacks Mike Awesome from behind with a lead pipe. He gets a couple of cheap shots to his knee before he does a runner when security arrives. And I'm going to complete a turn here. So I've just face turned Mike Awesome. And I'll book it early. It will be a one-on-one match for New Blood Rising. We're going to have Curt Hennig against Mike Awesome. Nigel McGuinness, the US champ, picks up a non-title win. Defeats Hugh Morris with a Tower of London, 77. Buff Bagwell and Shane Douglas cut a promo. One of them will be world champion, they said, 90. In a great match, Carino defeats Raph by a disqualification. During the match, we had Canyon run in and attack Raph, 78. Following the match, Raph is being double teamed by Carino, and Canyon, seeing the assault, Booker T runs out and makes a save. So the Booker helps Raph fend off Carino and Canyon. It's got 93. Hogan's walking backstage when he's grabbed by mystery attackers, but just manages to escape thanks to DDP, 84. And this was the main event, a tag match, exceptional match apparently. CM Punk and Vampiro defeat the Steiner Warriors. Vampiro hits the nail in the coffin. This got an 80. 84 for Thunder. You know, a lot of the angles weren't as high as I hoped, but you know, it's only week 1 August, so we're still building new storylines. Got a lot of people that want to come out of development. Incident involving Jeff Jarrett. He's a steroid user. Fine. Oh, I just seen some negotiations I completely forgot about. Shows you what happens when you don't play in a while. Jamie Noble does good for my Alexander Wolf there. Danger. Scott Steiner's former manager. So I've done a negotiation with a superstar, a former WCW World Champion, Legend. Former, I suppose, Universal Champion in WWE days. And I think it's happening. Decisions. No, Shane Helms wanted a pay rise. I suppose you can have one. Party Central have won the Women's Tag Team Championship in my developmental. Who are Party Central? That is it must be an ironic name because that's Beth Phoenix and Mercedes Martinez, who I would not put a Party Central name above, but they're more of a badass tag team, really. Johnny Cashmere there, Nunzio. Kaz Hayashi once promoted from developmental. He's the exhibition. Here it is. It's happening. It's happening. A 4-year deal. And he's straight away on the roster. Oh, this is going to be good. The only thing is I have no plan. There you go. Randy Savage is retired. It's a shame. I had to let him go because of the Hogan stuff. VG James. Alright, here we go. Who did I sign? Noble versus Cena. Boom, there he is. Bill Goldberg. The man himself. He is back in WCW. Now, as always, I've just got to figure out what I'm going to do with him. Goldberg. 2002 though. That's probably when Goldberg joined WWE in real life. Johnny Storm. Anyway, coming up next will be Nitro and the return of Bill Goldberg. Okay, Nitro is up and ready. Let's get ready to rumble. So a 10-man tag to get people used. AJ, Dustin, Hayes, Finley, Cesaro. Defeat Seidel, The Naturals, Crazy and Amazing Red. 69, not a bad start. Dustin Rhodes looked excellent out there. He's on a roll, to be fair. Random tag. Trying a combination of the British Bulldog, David Boy Smith and Hugh Morris. They defeat Wyndham and Rotundo. Bulldog with the running power slam, 61. So the main show, Hogan and DDP backstage with security guard. Who shows them some CCTV footage from last week. The duo seemed to spot the attackers. 79. Samoa Joe defeats Chris Hero with the Muscle Buster. Chris Hero is carrying a slight knock, but he has been for a while. 57. Dangerous by Design get a bit of revenge. They defeat the new tag team of Future Vision, Chavo Guerrero and Shannon Moore. Shaq Collar making Shannon Moore tap out. 56. Dusty Rhodes announces a 6-man tag main event. Steiner Warriors versus Jarrett Brown and Lance Storm. So that's 4 of the people in the main event of the pay-per-view. 80. Fatal 4-way cruiserweight match. Shane Helms defeats Jimmy Yang and La Parka Kid Cash when he hits the Vertebreaker on La Parka, 67. Bagwell and Shane Douglas ambush Sean O'Haire backstage, leave him lying. Stacy Keibler screams for somebody to help. 85, pretty good rating. This was a random triple threat thrown together, but it's got pretty good rating for a mid-carders. 70. Chris Candido picks up a singles win over Alex Wright and Christopher Daniels. Yeah, good win for Candido. 70. Hogan and DDP are in the ring. They reveal that the mystery attackers were Vampiro and CM Punk. The duo appear on the stage and say they've only just begun. The lights go out, and when they come back on, DDP is down in the ring covered in blood, with CM Punk and Vampiro nowhere to be seen. It's got a 100, so big mind games from Punk and Vampiro. I think I will make this a tag match at New Blood Rising, so I'm going to pre-book that now, so it's on there. DDP, Hulk Hogan against CM Punk and Vampiro. That should be good. Tag match. Sting and Luger defeat AMW. Luger picks up the win with a torture rack. Young versus the older generation here. Could have been a new guard, old guard, new blood match. Good rating though. Harris and Storm are definitely improving on my roster. Bagwell and St. Jugglers talk to Eric Bischoff and they would like a 2-on-1 match on Thunder against Sean O'Haire, the world champ. And because Sean O'Haire is a badass, that is accepted. 84. Curt Hennig defeats Jerry Ling by pinfall after using a foreign object. 77. Final match, Mike Awesome runs to the ring and chases off Curt Hennig. 86. A triple threat match. These are people from the tag that want a tag title shot through the storylines. So I'm going to book another triple threat so I don't forget, between Raph, Billy Kidman and Steve Corino, the other tag team partners. That's going to be on Thunder. And I'm also going to book a triangle tag team title match for the pay-per-view. Steve Corino and Chris Kanyon will be defending against Rey Mysterio, Billy Kidman of the Filthy Animals, and also Raph and Booker T. Harlem Chronic, maybe? Booker T picked up the win in this one. Eric Bischoff is in the ring with the boss man. He welcomes the new signing to the company, Goldberg. He makes his way out, rejects a handshake and hits a huge spear on the boss man. Bischoff looks on in horror as Goldberg plays to the crowd before leaving. So Billy Goldberg, not Billy, but Bill Goldberg is back. And he is going into a mini rivalry with the boss man. Good way to welcome him back. Main event, 6-man tag. Steiner Recliners. Steiner Warriors. Scott Steiner, Road Warrior Animal, and Rick Steiner defeat Lance Storm, Monty Brown, and Jeff Jarrett. Scott Steiner making Lance Storm tap out with the Steiner Recliner, and it's got an 88. Overall, Nitro again, smashing it with the ratings. This one's a 90. Very happy, very happy. Oh, hello. Hello, what's happening here? Finally, haha. World Championship Wrestling has risen to a national size. Boom. It's only taken me, is this the 16th video? So that is 1 year, 4 months to get WCW back to national. Oh, I'm going to try something really quickly. Basically, I want a 3-hour show. Yes, it's happening. It's finally happening. Thunder and Nitro from this day on is now going to be 3 hours. So we're now national and we now got a 3-hour show. The reason I wanted it is because I've just got a massive roster, to be honest. I can quite easily make storylines. I just it's hard. Well, you've seen the pre-show matches all the time. It's always 10-man tags, 4-man, 8-man tags. Just battle royals just to get people used. So a bit more TV time now. Friendship ends. The Parker. I'll show you down here. Parker and Conan, no longer friends. SmackDown got an 87, 94 between Kurt Angle and Kane. G1 Climax. There you go, there's your winner of the tournament. Ring of Honor. They got 28. Johnny the Bull is their world champion. Shaggy 2 Dope wins the title. Johnny Cashmere wins the title. Oh, Rain, haha, wins the women's title. I like Rain, she's a good wrestler. Sabin and Deborah over Courageous and Kaz in the main event. Rain is the new women's champion. NWA there, they only got 38. In case you wanted to know, my developmental scores are 53. Considering I used to get 40s, so. Anyway, up next is now a 3-hour WCW Thunder. Okay, the first 3-hour Thunder is booked. Gone for a non-storyline main event. So, for storyline wise, these 3 have been kept from the pre-show, which is the Boss Man who was speared by Goldberg last week. CM Punk and Vampiro, because they were involved in a storyline with Hulk Hogan and DDP. They pick up a nice easy win over La Parker, Seidel and Danielson. 73. Random cruiserweight mishmash match. AJ defeats Shane Helms, Kid Cash, Super Crazy, Alex Wright, Styles Clash, boom, 1, 2, 3. So, 2 of the participants in the 6-man match, Monty Brown and Scott Steiner, have a bit of a back and forth arguing who's going to be the next world champ. Agreed to meet later on, one-on-one tonight, 97. The Naturals and Hugh Morris defeat Finlay and Future Vision, with Hugh Morris picking up the win. The General gets a nice win for a change, 64. Mike Awesome is looking for Curt Hennig backstage, but bumps into Dustin Rhodes and takes out his rage on him instead, 76. Triple threat match, Chris Candido picks up another win, this time defeating Jerry Lynn and Amazing Red. So that is a huge win actually for Chris Candido. 76 rating. So Hogan and DDP's involvement this week is just to cut a promo hyping an up and coming match against CM Punk and Vampiro, 100. Luger defends his hardcore title, beats Cesaro, hits the old flying forearm. It's got 60. Samoa Joe defeats Jimmy Yang with the Muscle Buster, 76. Dustin Rhodes is backstage with Bischoff. He asks for Awesome one-on-one tonight. Bischoff accepts. 78. Tag team action. Daniels and McGuinness, who've teamed plenty of times in the past. That's Team Madness, defeat Dangerous by Design. McGuinness, who is also my US champ, picks up the win. He was head and shoulders above the rest. Chad Collar was the weak link, while McGuinness was 91 in that match for his performance. So it shows you how far along he's come. So I've given Sean O'Haire here an entertainment rated angle, because usually I do it off Menace with O'Haire, but he's improved so much over the last year and a half. So an 81 just for a promo on his own, compared to if I did this when I first started, it's probably double. So he basically says that he's going to make Bagwell and Shane Douglas life a living hell. Triple threat from the tag team title scene. Raph, Kidman and Carino. Kidman picks up the shock upset when he rolls up Raph with a quick cradle. 74. Following the match, all the tag team participants get involved and brawl all the way to the back. 87. Singles match. Mike Awesome defeats Dustin Rhodes with the Awesome Bomb. 83. Following the match, the security guard at ringside of the bout suddenly hands over a club to Dustin, who clocks Awesome over the head after the match. 94. In a fantastic match with great heat and great wrestling, Scott Steiner defeated Monty Brown with submission by the Steiner recliner following botched interference from Jeff Jarrett. 84. Following the match, Planet Jarrett try and get a bit of revenge, but Scott Steiner's got allies. The Steiner Warriors come down and save Scott Steiner from a beatdown. Bischoff is in the ring with Goldberg. He's trying to make him see that he can't hope to beat him as he holds all the power. Goldberg gets angry and beats up Eric Bischoff, leaving him down and out. 93. So we're given sort of Goldberg the anti-authority gimmick. First he took out Boss Man, who's Bischoff's enforcer, and then this week he's taken out Bischoff himself. 2-on-1 match, not the main event, so because it's all heels. Sean O'Haire defeats Bagwell and Douglas after hitting the Widowmaker. 77. Following the match, again all the world title participants this time get involved and brawl all the way to the back. 94. In a non-storyline main event, just because I wanted to use Sting and Jarrett. Jarrett got a 98, wow. Sting defeats Jeff Jarrett with Scorpion Deathlock and got an 80. So the first 3 hour Thunder got an 87, that's still good though. 20 segments plus 2 pre-shows, big show. Cool, let's have a little look, see what's happening around the world. So, BG James won the WCW World title last night, and also we had a Cruiserweight title change. Tyson Ducks lost the Cruiserweight title to Air Paris. So that's my Canadian developmental. So Mikey Whipwreck lost in a triple threat to BG James and Palumbo. And for the X title, Cruiserweight title, sorry, Air Paris, who was once part of Air Raid with AJ Styles. I didn't just want to release everybody, so I just gave him developmental deals. The BG James one does make me laugh though, considering so that's the Road Dogg, just in case you're not sure. considering he's like a 10-year pro. Me shoving him in development's probably not best for him, but I had new plans. China, star here. Main event, London and Deverett defeated Jidrak and Stasiak. That's a pretty cool looking logo, the UK flag. Alright, let's carry on. Carry on. Power play, Chuck Palumbo star. He beat Rude and Prime Time in the main event. And that was the Canadian one. And my UK one had Kazuyoshi defeat Prince Deverett in the main event, X Division title match. David Arquette still the world champ. That's pretty funny. Right. Just double checking the news. Oh, Crowbar's contract's up for renewal, but to be honest, I'm probably going to let Crowbar go. I've now got an overinflated roster. I can't keep a lot of. Well, there you go. Chris Hero's back. That's good for one of my plans. And Ron Harris. Let me check something with Hero. Hero's in the process of a heel turn at the moment. Anyway, up next is Raw. Alright, I'm sure I called my own show Raw there for a minute. Anyway, big main event tonight. Alright, triple threat cruiserweight match to open up the pre-show. Super Crazy gets a win. I've noticed, even though I'm 3 hours of both shows, the rosters are still just huge. Random tag, Finlay and Daniels defeat Alex Wright, Hugh Morris. Daniels gets the win. So stuff like this. What weird tag combos, but anyway, 65. Main show opens up. Sean O'Haire and Lance Storm have a bit of an argument. It turns physical and all the 6 guys get involved. And I'm going to pre-book a match here on Thunder. It will be a 6-man tag. One side will have Shane Douglas, Buff Bagwell and Monty Brown. And on the other side we're going to have Sean O'Haire, Scott Steiner and Lance Storm. See how that gets on Thunder. Cesaro defeats Chris Hero with the neutralizer and has only got 26 because apparently it's a match with both jobbers and they also have great chemistry. But you gotta sort of force this upon people and hope it picks up. Dustin Rhodes and Curt Hennig agreed to team up to take out Mike Awesome. They're not really a tag team, just an alliance. 74. Another hardcore title defense. Luger defeats Hayes and Crowbar. 64. A thrown together match here. David Boy Smith, Norman Smiley and Bryan Danielson defeat Kid Cash, Wyndham and Rotundo. Bryan Danielson locked in the label lock and made Kid Cash tap out. 61. Awesome is backstage and suddenly he gets jumped by Curt Hennig and Dustin Rhodes. 86. Samoa Joe picks up another win, beats the Amazing Red with the Muscle Buster. 73. Big tag here. Gave him a bit of time. The Filthy Animals defeat Future Vision when Rey Mysterio defeated Shannon Moore with his Mysterio Rana, 79. Kidman's going stale apparently. Final match, a three-way brawl breaks out between all the tag combos. Canyon, Carino, Raph, Booker, Kidman and Mysterio, 85. Bischoff calls Goldberg into his office. This is due to his recent actions. He'll be in a handicap match tonight against the Big Boss Man and also the tag combo of C.W. Anderson and Chris Candido, 97. Tag action, Steiner Warriors beat AMW, 71. Not bad rating. Hulk Hogan, Hollywood, calls out Vampiro. He challenges him to a one-on-one match on Thunder. So that would be a big... Thunder's got two big matches booked. Vampiro versus Hogan being one of them. Triple threat, Jerry Lynn back to winning ways, defeats Jimmy Yang and Psychosis after he hits his cradle power driver. That's got 70. Following that match, Cruiserweight title defense, AJ Styles defeats Shane Helms, makes his 12th title defense, 74. CM Punk is in the ring, ready for his TV title defense. Suddenly he is hit from behind by DDP. DDP pulls Punk back up and bang, a diamond cutter that knocks Punk out. Because of that, Sting defeats CM Punk to win the television title. Punk didn't recover from his attack. His gimmicks get stale as well. 77. Final match, Sting comes out and celebrates. DDP comes out and celebrates with Sting. 100. Good segments there. 3-on-1 match. Goldberg defeats the Boss Man and the Enforcers. Goldberg defeated C.W. Anderson with the spear. So I booked Boss Man to be strong and not evolve that much because he... Anyway, following the match, Bischoff gets Boss Man to attack and unaware and quickly bloodied Goldberg. 96. And the main event, fatal 4-way for the United States title. McGuinness defeats Jeff Jarrett, Conan and Ken Shamrock. He actually pins Ken Shamrock and makes his 8th title defense. 82, good main, yeah, I'll say that's a good main event. And then 87, hey Sharon, 87 for the show. Overall, yeah, quite happy. High 80s is always good. Even low 80s are still good at the moment. Raw got an 87 as well. HBK versus Scott Hall was their main event. So I am now debating. So if whoever watches these videos, please let me know what you think, because I am debating about doing a roster draft. Because I've got too many people on the main roster, and I've got plenty in developmental that want to be called up. So yeah, that's what happens when you hire too many people, I guess. Oh, The Rock begins his movie. He's filming for 5 months. Rock starts one day filming a new comedy to be the summer blockbuster. Did he have one final match? No. Triple H defeated Chris Benoit to retain a world title on SmackDown. I got a 99 and SmackDown got a 90. So very massive show there. RIP UPW. WCW versus the World. China again. Standing. Who was China against? Let's have a look. She was in a women's tag match where she lost to Party Central. That was Beth Phoenix and Mercedes. Chris Benoit is the best technical wrestler. Yeah, you can't really argue with that. Cool, right. So Thunder is up, and we have two big matches. Cool, right. Thunder is up and running. So a 6-way match, triple threat tag match. I left it blank. Wyndham and Rotunda won against the Steiner Warriors in the Naturals. I think that shows that the Steiner Warriors are slowly dropping down the cards. They are in their mid-40s, 64. So Alex Wright's turn was done on a pre-show. Alex Wright turns on Jimmy Yang to let Cesaro and Psychosis pick up the win. I got a 60. Bischoff is in the ring to let the crowd know that Goldberg has been banned from appearing in the building. If he arrives, security are under strict orders to arrest him immediately. 94. It goes without saying, but the Goldberg feud is my hottest feud going. Big win here. Oh, good, great chemistry. That Bryan Danielson defeats Hayes with the label lock. 75. Another good match here. Jerry Lynn defeats Chavo Guerrero Jr. with the Cradle Power Driver. That's got a 78. Luger, Sting cutting a promo because you know, they're both single champions. Luke the Hardcore, and I looked over. So the last time Sting was TV champion was in 1989. So it's a good few amount of years. And they go into tag action and defeat AMW. Chris Harris tapping out to the Scorpion Deathlock. Dangerous by Design defeat the Enforcers, so the Enforcers can't catch a break. Ken Shamrock makes C.W. Anderson, he pins him. 77. DDP is in the ring this time, though. He's hit from behind by a roundhouse kick by CM Punk. Punk pulls DDP up, puts his arm on his shoulders, and hits the go to sleep. And I'm going to book a match on Nitro between CM Punk and DDP. They have poor chemistry apparently. Maybe I won't book this match actually, I've changed my mind. Jeff Jarrett picks up a singles win over Crowbar with the stroke. 77. The camera cuts backstage to show Goldberg is here even though he's not allowed to be. What a rebel. 80. Triple threat. Samoa Joe defeats Davey Boy Smith and Hugh Morris after hitting a muscle buster on Hugh Morris. In terms of in-ring work, Joe was head and shoulders above everybody else. 76. Giving AJ Styles a bit of promo time here. 77. And that goes into a cruiserweight match where he defeats the Amazing Red. This also was his 13th defense. Got 76. Mike Awesome backstage attacks Dustin and Curt Hennig with a weapon and he lays them both out. Bit of revenge for Mike Awesome. 86. Filthy Animals also continues a tag feud. McGuinness, Kanyon and Karina defeat the Filthy Animals when McGuinness used his feet were on the rope for some leverage. 76. Following the match, all six brawl, but also Raph and Booker T get involved and they brawl to the back. 86. Goldberg hits the ring, he calls out Bischoff, but security hit the ring. Goldberg makes quick work of them. Boss Man comes out, flanked by Bischoff and the local officers. They surround the ring and arrest Goldberg. Boss Man manages to get a cheap shot in before he's dragged away. 100. Fantastic heat and great wrestling. Hulk Hogan defeated Vampiro. Vampiro was disqualified when CM Punk hit the ring and attacked Hogan. 81. Believe it or not, Hogan wouldn't do the job. Shocker there. Punk and Vampiro are beating down Hollywood. When DDP music hits, he runs down to hit the ring, but it's a bit late because the damage is already done. So this time then, I'll pre-book. We'll go Hollywood versus Punk on Nitro. Main event: Monty Brown, Buff Bagwell and Shane Douglas defeat Sean O'Haire, Scott Steiner and Lance Storm. Brown actually pinned Scott Steiner, who was the only face in this match. 85. Scott Steiner broke his wrist in this match. That can't be good. Sean O'Haire is in a ring, but all of a sudden he's beaten down by all 5 of his opponents for the up and coming pay-per-view New Blood Rising. 99. Big Thunder rating here, got a 90. Defo a good show, that one. That can't be good. How long's he out for? He's out for 15 days. That is Scott Steiner officially ruled out of my pay-per-view match. Not good. It's not good because he's the only face that was in that match. Alright, so better figure out what I've got to do here. Suppose I could add Stinger, maybe. Definitely frustrating. Ooh, loud noise. So that's going to cancel my main event. I've got to take out that pre-booking. Alright, I'm going to forward it to Thunder, to Nitro. Have a little think as I readjust who will be stepping into the world with 1 week to go. It has to be a face. It can't be a Jeff Jarrett because he's a heel. I don't want an all heel main event. I need a face in there somewhere. Nice mask. Goldberg's got a match. Hulk Hogan and DDP have got a match. Jamie Noble having a good week. Stood out twice there. SummerSlam 2002, got a 92. Kind of like real life. I'm sure this match happened on SummerSlam. Triple H defeated Shawn Michaels, got a 99, but this one was for the world title, which Triple H retained. No other. I kind of think it's weird seeing Road Warrior Hawk with the Intercontinental title, but. My developmental. The Truth, must be R-Truth. So WWE had a good SummerSlam. Right, Nitro's up. Let's try and fix my pay-per-view main event. Okay, I have figured out who's in. I have not gone with someone expected, so hopefully it's a good twist to the tale. Anyway, next up, or opener, sorry, 6-man, with a lot of the young talent that is still trying to break into the mid-card ranks. La Parka side Del Hero defeats Cesaro, Shanamore, Kid Cash. La Parka picks up the win, 59, working the crowd. Yes, believe it or not, this was a pre-show. Jeff Jarrett in the pre-show. Wins with a stroke over Dave Boy Smith. Unfortunately, because of all the storylines going on, it's hard to give Jarrett something at the moment. So, freestyle segment with Bischoff and Dusty Rhodes. They have Shamrock and Sting and McGuinness with them. And they say basically the winner of this match will be entered into the six-way match. It's got a 98. Alex Wright defeats Chris Hero, the new heel Alex Wright. Hero double duty, I'm sure I had him in a pre-show match, 59. Oh wow, pretty good chemistry. Hayes defeats Chase Stevens, Northern Light Suplex, 68. Chase, believe it or not, is moving up the card. Candido and C.W. Anderson talk to Bischoff. They want a rematch with Goldberg and get it, 66. AMW pick up a win over the Vets, Wyndham and Rotundo with the death sentence, 62. Bischoff and Dusty have all these people in their office. You will recognise them, of course. They basically say if they get involved in that triple threat match, because they will be removed from the world title match, 98. Just to basically get him involved, and also now I don't want to risk any more injuries coming up. Hardcore title match. Christopher Daniels defeats Lex Luger and Hugh Morris with a handful of tights. Daniels wins the WCW Hardcore title, 74. And then it's having a little celebration. So Christopher Daniels gets a title belt, the Hardcore title, 74. Bryan Danielson defeats Chavo Guerrero with the LaBelle Lock, 75. Raph Booker T have a heated confrontation with Carino and Canyon, and eventually the Filthy Animals get involved. They all come to blows. Security swarm the ring to break them up so they can, before they can hurt each other. 93. Random tag teams here. Obviously that one's not working. Jerry Lynn and Shane Helms defeat AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. Helms pinning Joe after hitting the vertebraker. 80. Yeah, I bet that would have been a cool match to see live. Goldberg in a short match destroys the Enforcers after pinning Candido after a spear. Following the match, Goldberg's heading back. As he reaches the stage, he gets attacked by Bossman, who came out of nowhere. Bossman proceeds to powerbomb Goldberg off the stage, through a table, onto a bunch of equipment. As Bossman looks on smiling, Bischoff appears, clapping, happy at what just happened to Bill Goldberg, as he's stretched out with a neck brace on. 100. Hey, there he is. A tag match. Mike Awesome and David Flair defeat Hennig and Rhodes when Awesome defeats Rhodes with a powerbomb. Now the reason I've used David Flair is because he's Ric Flair's son, and this all feud started when Curt Hennig in the last month turned on Ric Flair. So getting David a little bit of a push here. He was borrowed from development. He's not ready. But it was quite fun to use him. 81. Yes, this happened in a fantastic heat. Great wrestling. CM Punk defeats Hollywood with the Anaconda Vice following a distraction from Vampiro. 82. Following the match, Hollywood's been beaten down by Punk and Vampiro. DDP comes running to make the save. Takes them both on by himself as Hogan recovers. Goes to help. He makes the mistake of coming in from behind on Page, who thinks it's the enemy, and he floors him. Vampiro and Punk escape in the confusion. So I couldn't book Page against Punk because they had no chemistry. but I will for Thunder book the DDP versus Vampiro. So the main event, Ken Shamrock defeats Nigel McGuinness and Sting after making Sting tap out with the ankle lock. So you had the US champion, the TV champion, and Shamrock. Shamrock wins, very big win. Following the match, Sean O'Haire does get in the ring. He has a heated exchange of words with Ken Shamrock, but things are broken up. He's basically saying, I hope you know what you got yourself in for, Ken. 100. 88 for the show. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. When you got a show with 3 non-storyline people in the main event, sometimes that can throw a curveball. But yeah, so Ken Shamrock is now the man replacing Scott Steiner in the Raw. Got an 85. Edge beat Kurt Angle. So just see how much overness Shamrock got for one match, one show. Fair bit. Shamrock walking into that match, his overness was 70. It's now 72. So I can probably push him a little bit more on Thunder. Let's have a look at David. David Boy Flair. So David Flair, his overness was 34 and that's gone up to 36. So a little overness bump there for David Flair. Staff here are pleased to announce the famous Hall of Fame of Immortals, Randy Savage, after he retired. It's pretty cool. 2-time WWE Champion, King of Ring winner, 4-time World Heavyweight Champion, WCW, 1-time WCW Tag Champ, and 1-time Intercontinental Champion. Chris Benoit versus Chris Jericho, that's cool. 99. WWE for some reason keep booking loads of DQ finishes. They're obviously keeping their stars strong. I just can't wait until their contracts come up. I so feel like I could raid them. Right, up next is the final weekly show before Hot Property Cesaro there. So up next is The Last Thunder before the pay-per-view. Okay, The Last Thunder is ready. Pre-show, Dustin Rhodes defeats Crowbar, 75. Goldberg defeated Psychosis, 73. Now Goldberg is obviously playing the injury angle, hence why he's not on the main show, but I don't like not using some people sometimes. So Monty Brown is with Bischoff. He wants a one-on-one match with Sean O'Haire tonight. He's happy for it to be non-title and he accepts the request. 93. That's a pretty good match. Hayes defeats Chris Hero. Northern Light Suplex has got a 68. Tag match. Steiner Warriors defeat Future Vision. Animal pinning Shannon Moore, 73. Punk and Vampiro cut a promo on Hogan and DDP. Jimmy Yang defeats Alex Wright. A little bit of revenge from when Wright turned on him. 51 because they didn't click. Just planting the seeds, testing this one. AJ Styles, Christopher Daniels and Samoa Joe are seen talking backstage. To be honest, I'm considering a stable between the trio. You know, because of the TNA Impact connection, 84. McGuinness defeats Amazing Red, 77. The Enforcers finally get back a win. They defeat Bryan Danielson and Shane Helms when Helms was disqualified from fighting Candido. Bossman and Bischoff taunt Goldberg, 89. Bagwell and Shane Douglas argue with Shamrock and Collar. Gets heated, Bischoff passes by and books him in a tag match, 90. Sting defeats Finlay with a Stinger Splash. First defense of his TV title, 70. Planet Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett, AMW defeat Davey Boy Smith in the Naturals. James Storm beats Andy Douglas with the super kick. This got a 78. Booker T is arguing with Carino. The argument goes physical. Raph, Canyon, Kidman and Mysterio all get involved. Everyone else gets them. So that's the last segment for the trio tag title feud, 93. Dangerous by Design defeat Bagwell and Shane Douglas. Shamrock pinning Buff Daddy after hitting the belly to belly suplex. So getting Shamrock a bit more overness here. 76. Mike Awesome jumps Curt Hennig backstage. He beats him down, throwing Hennig's limp body into Tori Wilson where she was standing partially clothed. 96. Who doesn't like that sort of segment? Vampiro picks up a big win, defeats DDP after hitting the nail in the coffin. 81. Hogan, DDP's being attacked by Punk and Vampiro. Hollywood comes to the ring and fights them both off, saving DDP. So this time they were on the same page and Hogan saves DDP. Heel versus heel match. Sean O'Haire defeats Monty Brown with the Widowmaker. This got a 82. Like I said, heel versus heel. That will be. There you go. That'll be why this. Anyway, following the match, a brawl erupts between all 6 people. Douglas, Brown, Storm and Bagwell end up brawling into the crowd. Shamrock is left in the ring and floors the champion, Sean O'Haire, with his title belt and stands over it posing with the title. 99. So considering I had to 88 for Thunder. So considering I had to rush Ken Shamrock into the feud, he's been given 2 big singles, triple threat win on Nitro, a tag win over 2 of the people in the match on Thunder, and he floored the world champion with his own title belt. So I'm hoping, let's have a look at him now. I am hoping this is helping. It's creeping up the card, considering TCW borderline Scotty Anton. Glacier was in that show. John Cena, huh? Standing out. Tyson Ducks and Kendo Rotundo. Well, John Cena is in a tag team, I think. Yeah, called The Truth with Jimmy Jacobs. They are main eventing quite a lot in developmental. Every week, every day I get people wanting to come out. Oh, yeah, Jude Rack and Stasiak won the world tag titles, beating Saban and Deverett. So Jude Rack and Stasiak regain the tag titles. Yeah, every metal. Hello, Mickey James is dating Sami Zayn. Huh. Yeah, I keep getting emails saying, call me up, call me up, call me up. So I'm going to have to look into that. Maybe try and get to Starcade and then maybe do a draft. Alright, nothing too major. Any skipper here? Alright, okay, that looks like that's it. Up next will be the pay-per-view New Blood Rising. So, New Blood Rising is ready. I've got a new stable debuting. Right, technically it's a pre-show, it's before the pay-per-view begins. Jimmy Yang defeats Hero, Cesaro, Red, Psychosis and Shannon Moore. Yang pins Cesaro, 61. And then the second pre-show that's not a pre-show match, the Enforcers beat the Naturals. That's got 65. Dusty Rhodes and Joey Styles welcome us to the pay-per-view. You know, the fireworks display, talking about Goldberg, Booker T, Hogan, Jarrett, Sean O'Hare, Sting, 81. So testing out a couple of tag combos here. I'm tempted to go with Bryan and Lynn as a tag team. Bryan Danielson and Jerry Lynn defeat Alex Wright and Kid Cash. Lynn defeats Alex Wright with a Cradle Power Driver, 71. Shane Helms defeats Horatio Hayes with the Vertebreaker, 74. Just got good rating. So AJ Styles comes to the ring. He calls out Sting. He comes out and they start fighting. From the crowd comes Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian and Samoa Joe, who helps Styles lay beating on an outnumbered Sting. AJ announces the new alliance has been born. So that's the Cruiserweight Champ Styles, the Hardcore Champ Daniels, Samoa Joe, and I brought up from developmental Frankie Kazarian. So Kazarian's obviously got no overness at all. Hence why he looked lost out there. But these are going to be bad influence taken from Kaz and Daniel's TNA name. 78's pretty good. I'm going to start doing some rivalries now with upper guys and a lot of lower guys to raise them up the card. Planet Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett and AMW defeat Crowbar and the Steiner Warriors. Jarrett hits the stroke, gets the win. AMW is another example of a team I want to get up there. US title defense, Nigel McGuinness defeats Conan. He wasn't in the storyline, so just giving him a match, 80. Storyline match, Curt Hennig defeats Mike Awesome, following a distraction from Dustin Rhodes. So Dustin does help out Curt Hennig in the end, as he picks up a cheap victory, 75. Sting is backstage getting medical attention. His buddy Lex Luger checks on him. He states it's now his mission to make Styles, Daniels, Joe and Kazarian's life a living hell, saying it's my turn now. I got 96, good promo from Sting. Feud, and this will carry on. Punk and Vampiro defeat DDP and Hogan. Vampiro defeats DDP with a nail in the coffin. Got an 82. Obviously, excellent rating, considering who's in the match. Wow. This probably could have been the main event. Look at that. 96 for a mid-card match. Booker T and Raph defeat Canyon and Carino and the Filthy Animals. Booker T defeats Rey Mysterio with a scissors kick, and him and Raph become the tag team champions. It's got a 96. It also ended the storyline because, like I said before, I want to debut some new storylines next month with some younger talent. Following the match, Booker and Raph celebrate with their tag titles. That got a 90. The superb match, Goldberg defeats the Boss Man with the spear following botched interference from Eric Bischoff. This is going to carry on for another month. Well, Goldberg. Wow. So if I place this nice, this is your main event. An exceptional match. Sean O'Haire defeats Monty Brown, Shane Douglas, Buff Bagwell, Lance Storm, and Ken Shamrock. He pins Ken Shamrock after hitting the Widowmaker. This was defense number 6 and got a 96. I was also supposed to end the storyline here. Following the match, Sean O'Haire celebrates with his championship. 91. Yeah, awesome. 94 for my pay-per-view. Sean O'Haire, Booker T, and Raph. I'm going to give some praise too. Definitely very happy with that pay-per-view. Finished with a 94. And time for some new storylines. Try and get some of the youngsters up there. Hulk Hogan says, James Storm doesn't connect with the fans. CM Punk says, James Storm is money. Snap a rocket to him. So Ric Flair's back next month. He's obviously going to get involved with his old buddy Curt Hennig. So New Blood Rising got a 94. We'll just go over the news. Tanaka. I wonder if I can re-sign him. No, he doesn't want to come back yet. So yeah, nothing. Oh, haha, look at that. Maven. Do I want to poach Maven? Nah, it's okay. Anyway, looks like that's it. There's a few new guys entering wrestling. But, to be honest, my roster's looking pretty decent, so... On that note, I shall be saying thank you again for joining me. I hope you guys are enjoying it. And as always, take care.